A spirited and colourful campaign for the Lok Sabha polls has come to an end in Tamil Nadu. Four political formations are looking forward for a share in the electoral pie when the votes are counted on June 4th. In the meantime, how does the electoral landscape of Tamil Nadu look like? Vanakkam. This is D. Suresh Kumar and thank you for joining me in this episode of the Hindu Focus Tamil Nadu. As you all know, Tamil Nadu has multiple political parties. Apart from the national parties, we have the two major Dravidian parties and an assortment of political parties representing different interest groups. Now, on the screen, you can see two maps. One is the Tamil Nadu political map, which has 38 districts. The other map that you see on the screen is the Tamil Nadu's parliamentary constituency map, which has 39 parliamentary constituencies. Now, if you were to look at the parliamentary constituency map as on date as to how it looks, you will find that constituency number 33, which is Theni, alone stands out because that is the only constituency which the AIADMK had won in 2019. The remaining 38 seats in Tamil Nadu are represented by the DMK front. One minor difference you'll notice is constituency number 25, Perambalur, is currently represented by Parivendra of India Jannayak Katchi. He had won the elections last time on the DMK symbol, but this time he is with the BJP and therefore contesting on the lotus symbol from there. So that's one difference, but otherwise largely it's a DMK front India map that you get to see barring the Theni constituency. Now, the Dravidian parties, both the ADMK and the DMK, have cadres across the state. They have their representation in every district, every constituency. But there are certain political parties whose influence is limited to certain regions. Although the DMK and ADMK have their base spread out across the state, still there are certain regions where they exercise greater domination compared to others. If you were to take a look at the DMK, it has great influence in Chennai constituencies, all the three Chennai constituencies. In fact, once upon a time, they would say that the Chennai is the DMK's fortress. This fortress has, of course, been breached on certain occasions, like immediately after the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi in 91, and then subsequently in 2014, you saw that this constituency, all the three constituencies were ceded. And also in 2009, the party lost in Chennai South, and there have been other occasions where occasionally these constituencies have been breached, but largely a DMK domain. The DMK also exercises influence in the northern districts and the northern constituencies, such as the Kanjipuram, Tiruvallur, Velur. All these areas, the party is generally Arakonam. It's considered to be strong. And then if you go down to the Delta region, the constituencies such as Tiruchi, Tanjavur, Nagapattinam, these are areas where the party has significant pockets of influence. So in the south, the DMK does have influence, but not to the extent as to what the AIADMK had in the past. Now, if you take the western region, that is the constituency surrounding Coimbatore, right? Coimbatore, Tirupur, Pollachi, Erode, Namakkal, Salem. These are areas that are considered to be traditionally a stronghold of the AIADMK. Again, there are occasions where the DMK has managed to breach this fortress on occasions like the 1996 elections, which was held on the basis of a strong anti-Jayalalitha wave. That was one occasion where the DMK alliance managed to win all seats in this region. And the 2019 parliamentary elections where it managed to capture all the seats in the western region. In fact, in Coimbatore, the DMK has fielded its own candidate after 1996 for the first time. Now it's fielded its candidate there. The AIADMK, when it was unified, had significant influence in the southern districts in constituencies like Madurai, Virudunagar, Shivaganga and the like. But after O. Pannirselvam, the former chief minister, was expelled from the party, and also T.T. Vidyanathan was sidelined, somehow the party's core influence in this region has been slightly weakened. The reason being is that in these constituencies, there is a significant percentage of voters belong to the Mukkulathur community. Now, the Mukkulathur community is also called the Devar community, essentially considering three groups of the MBCs, the Agamudiyars, Maravars, and the Kallars, who had traditionally supported the AIADMK. But post expulsion of O. Pannirselvam and T.T. Vidyanathan from the party, this section feels wronged because at one point they were very close to the party leadership, and now they feel that the party leadership has gone into the hands of the governors, Edappadi Palaniswamy, and therefore there's a feeling of them being wronged, and that is why this time you see, that there is sympathy among the Mukkulturs for O. Pannirselvam, who is contesting from the Ramanathapuram constituency, and also TTV Thinakaran, who is contesting from the Theni constituency. So now the ADMK's pocket of influence is slightly shrunk here, but we will know when the results are out as to whether the party has managed to retain it or to what extent it has lost this core constituency. So apart from these two parties, if you look at it, there are some parties which have pockets of influence. The prominent among them will be the Patali Makkal Kachi, which is now contesting in the company of the BJP as part of the NDA. Now, the Patali Makkal Kachi essentially comprises the 1 years, in large numbers, again a MBC grouping, and their pockets of influence. The party PMK enjoys a assured vote bank of 5%. Now, 5% vote bank may look very minimal when you see it from the larger picture, but when you go to the micro level, you'll find that the party's influence is spread across 90 assembly segments where they can determine the victory or defeat of another party. So that is where the PMK draws its strength from. If you ask me which are the areas where the PMK has influence, I would say that again in North Tamil Nadu, pockets like, the constituencies like Kanjipuram, Villupuram, Kadalur, then in the Delta region, if you go in Mailadurai, so certain areas they have the 1 year population, and then when you move towards the west region, the northwestern part, the Dharmapuri is one area, Salem is another area where the party has significant presence, and that explains why the party won in Dharmapuri in 2014 despite being part of a third front. So it managed to push the DMK to the third position there in that region. This time again, the party has fielded a VIP candidate in Dharmapuri. It's the party president Anbumani Ramdas's wife Soumya who is contesting there, and that is one VIP constituency that's being watched. So that is so far as the influence of the PMK goes, very significant concentrated influence in certain regions. The BJP, has pockets of influence in Chennai South in a limited way, I must say. But beyond that, in the western region, particularly in constituencies like Coimbatore, Pollachi, Tirupur, and the Nilgiris, the party has a very concentrated base, a strong support base, in fact, in these regions. And that explains why the party has in the past won from constituencies like Coimbatore and Nilgiris, of course, with the support of either of the Dravidian parties, but they are influential in those areas. Slowly, the party is also gaining some influence in the southern districts of Tamil Nadu. They have, of course, had very good presence in Ramanathapuram and to a good extent in Shivaganga constituency. So this is their area, and now they are slowly penetrating into Tenkasi and other constituencies. And one constituency deep down south is constituency number 39 that you see on the map, Kanyakumari. This constituency is unique in the sense that it's different from the other constituencies because here, unlike the other places where the regional parties hold sway, in Kanyakumari, it is the Congress and the BJP which hold sway, because one of the reasons is that it borders Kerala. So the in Kerala the national parties have a greater dominance. So that reflects very well in Kanyakumari, where the Congress and the BJP are almost of equal strength, and of course there are the DMK and the ADMK also have that influence there. But if it's a straight contest, essentially parties that can poll significant number of votes, it will be the Congress and the BJP. And this is one constituency again in 2014 where the BJP won despite being in the third front. Pon Radhakrishnan, who won from there, went on to become the union minister. This time again he is contesting from there, facing off with the sitting MP from the Congress, Vijay Vasant. So now if you want to look at prominent leaders of these parties contesting, if you want to look at the constituencies, then I would say that Chennai Central is where Dayanidhi Maran, the former union minister, is contesting. Chennai South is where the BJP has fielded its former Telangana governor, Tamilisai Soundararajan, and Sri Perumbudur, where Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in 1991 during an election, is where the DMK has fielded its sitting MP and former union minister T.R. Balu, a very prominent figure again. And you come down south, you will find Kanimoli Karunanidhi contesting from Thoothukudi for a second time. If you look at the Congress party, which has cadres in across Tamil Nadu, but not in a concentrated way or in a big way, unless they have an alliance, they don't make a difference on their own. But it has fielded some VIP candidates like Karthi Chidambaram in Shivaganga, who's the son of former Union Minister P. Chidambaram. And in Tiruvallur, it has fielded former IAS officer of Karnataka cadre, Shashikant Sendil. Now, Shashikant Sendil incidentally served with K. Annamalai, the state BJP president, who was an IPS officer in Karnataka. Both of them took early retirement and entered politics and joined different political parties. The BJP, of course, has fielded Annamalai in Coimbatore, in the neighboring Nilgiris district, which is where your Ooty hill station is. The Union Minister L. Murugan is facing off with former Union Telecom Minister A. Raja of the DMK. And on behalf of the NDA, the BJP floor leader Naina Nagendran is contesting from Tirunelveli constituency. And if you go to Ramanathapuram, former Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam is testing his luck for the first time as an independent candidate after his expulsion from the AIADMK. T.T. Vidyanathan, who was once upon a time the Deputy General Secretary of the ADMK, is now contesting as an AMMK candidate, the party which he founded from Theni constituency. One of the allies of the DMK that we need to take note of is the Vidudalai Chiruthagal Katchi. This is a party essentially representing the interests of the Dalits, predominantly the Dalits interest. Its leader is Tol Tirumavalavan. This party has very significant pockets of influence in North Tamil Nadu. Chidambaram constituency is where Tol Tirumavalavan is contesting from. Another political party leader who is contesting this election is Pudhiya Tamilagam founder Krishnasamy. He is contesting from Tenkasi, but this time as an AIADMK candidate. So he is contesting on the two-leaf symbol from Tenkasi, where the BJP has fielded John Pandian, a leader who heads a very fringe group, but he is contesting on the lotus symbol this time. The DMDK, which was founded by actor Vijayakant, although now it's a very minor player in Tamil Nadu, but it has certain pockets of influence. One of its star candidates is Vijay Prabhakaran, the son of Vijayakant, who is testing the waters for the first time from Virudhunagar constituency. So that's about political parties, their influence, and the prominent candidates who are out on the field in these elections. We need to wait and watch on June 4th whether the whether the parliamentary constituency map that I showed to you at the beginning of this video changes dramatically or drastically. Right now I said that only Theni stands out from the map. We need to see whether it will be that way, or whether you will get to see other parties winning seats this time and changing the entire color of that particular map. We will know that on June 4th. In the meantime, I will also meet you in another video. Until then, this is T. Suresh Kumar signing off. Thank you.